For our first asset today, I'm going to focus in on the simple inner city metro by Fishbus. Because it's a metro, you can only see a little bit of it versus the line underneath, but it's just a modification of the regular metro, which let me put one next to it so you can see the connections there. Space already occupied because of the line. So yeah, the regular metro looks like this. It's a decent metro, but this one just feels a bit more like a city metro. You can see the multiple escalators going down, the buses on the outside. I like all the line colors that are potentially there. Works very well. I mean, I live in DC area. We have crazy metro stations that are nowhere near like this, but this gives you a sort of maybe a slightly fancier New York metro in some areas. Stop. Really quite nice. If it was sort of built into a building, you could see that being useful as well. But a good upgrade to the metro itself. If we look here on its stats, 272 a week, 18.5 cost, 30 noise pollution, and water and electricity. It is a little bit lighter than the regular metro station in terms of water and electricity and noise pollution, but costs a little bit more and has a little bit more upkeep. So it's a little bit different there, but otherwise looks very nice. Nicely accoutrement. I'm sure those benches would be completely full most of the time, given my experience in DC. But yeah, this is the simple inner city metro by Fishbus. Next up is the Orange Japanese Maple by Shroom Blaze. Shroom Blaze, of course, did the cherry blossom tree that I highlighted 2 weeks ago, I think. And once again, we have some trees here. I did get a request to make sure I unpause, so you can see they do have a bit of movement in the wind, a little bit there. Again, sort of similar to his previous trees, if you look, well, you can plop them in 3 different sizes, but I don't think you can choose. It just sort of happens randomly. I'm not sure how that works. But they're very nicely done. They wave quite well, it looks like. And the leaves are pretty funny. The leaves are the classic look, but I love if you sort of zoom out and you add in some of the pink. I love the mixed look here, and I think there's actually a different color maple as well. I think he has a red maple. So there's a lot of different options, but this is the Orange Japanese Maple by Shroom Blaze. I think it's great. Again, get a little bit of color into your city if you want to. Thanks. Next up is the Comcast Center by Rex Terran. This is actually a building from Philadelphia, which is roughly where I grew up. It is a real building. It looks great compared to the real building. Like 950 feet tall building, very shiny, all glass. It's the Comcast Center, which is, of course, one of the headquarters, or I think it is the headquarters of Comcast for the country. I'm not positive, however. Nice, big building. It is massive compared to the other buildings in this, so it will sort of look out of place, but there's a lot of those sort of similar mods to create a big center city feel to it. This one is definitely a good option. It's a level 3 unique building, and if you look here, it costs $70,000, has a high upkeep. Its noise pollution is not that bad at all. I don't think I can... Yeah, they're uniques. And you can see here, it will bring visitors and tourists and provide some entertainment, so it's more like one of those tourist buildings as opposed to providing an actual office building. But it looks great. It's a really well done model, I thought, and it reminds me of home. So this is the Comcast Center by Rex Terran. Next up is this military base by Cheese Curls. It's actually, it's several different, it's a main mod, or asset, and then it's several different props in order to have the tanks and the helicopter and that kind of thing in here. You know, I haven't yet figured out exactly when I would want to use this, and to be honest, this feels like a sort of Korea War kind of feel to it, with the way the buildings look, and I think there's a name for those huts that it's very Korean War. So it's a little bit out of place for some of the more high-tech stuff, but I can definitely see a situation where I'd want to have like a base area somewhere out there, sort of a military zone, and this really does fit the bill. The colors are dead on. I love that he's added in so many different assets. If you look here, it is who needs police when you've got a military base? It acts as a police station, which is pretty funny. Big radius, particularly large radius, and if you look here, $60,000 has a, I didn't notice the typo originally, whoops, decent amount of upkeep and a large need for electricity. So it's a pretty big thing, but it really does look kind of cool. I'm not sure why the entrance was there. I didn't do that before. But love the helicopter, and these are all definitely Korea War feel. I will note that I don't think the tank could get through that area right there. But anyway, this is the military base by Cheese Curls. I think it's a cool alternate thing you can put in there. A little bit of old time flavor. And finally for today, we have a mod, Favorite Sims by Gianxs. Gianxs. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. But what it does is it allows you here to, when you take a sim, you can rename it. So we're going to rename this one Lyellen, because why not? And you can go into this tab here, and all of the sims that you've renamed are set as someone you're interested in, because you've renamed them, will have a description about them. So it'll tell you their name, and you can click on them to find them, tell you how educated, how old they are, what phase of the year, of age they are, where they live and what level that is, so you can really see that, where their occupation is, and what they are doing, so you know what they're doing. You can also, if you don't want them to be someone you track, you can get rid of them. And you can click on the little information icon here. It gives you a quick overview of how happy they are, if you want to center in on them. Again, all that information that we already talked about in visual form. And then it also will show you sort of how the residence is overall. Is it doing well with crime or pollution or whatever? And then also the various other people in that home. So in this case, other family members, it looks like. And I think I can just add and remove them. See the little star icons there? Yep, there we go. They're all my favorites now. So I can track that entire family. So I think I can click someone random here and just make them my favorite as well. So you can very quickly, can I make a dog my favorite? Probably not. Dog, no. Okay. So you can very quickly go through and see the Sims that you have, and if there are ones that you're interested in because you sort of were tracking them, you can just sort of go, oh, what's happening to Sabrina Smithvale? Oh, she's going home, and she happens to work at the Angry Clans mobile games, or whatever it happens to be. So I think it's a really cool feature. There we go, Angry Clans. Really cool feature. Sort of one of the things that you would want is, oh, I care about this guy. Let me track him a little bit, or this woman, or whatever it happens to be. And so this gives you that ability to sort of cycle through your city and find the ones that you are tracking because they have maybe an odd path, or they were you wanted to see if you were finally educating them, or whatever it happens to be. You can see what's going on. I think it's really cool. So this is Favorite Sims mod by Gianxs. I will note this is the last one for today, so thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As always, if you have any suggestions or other mods you're interested in seeing, let me know. Thank you.